Does anybody really think the Eagles are done yet? I don't. Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, King Dingbat here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing. Hope you're hanging in there. So could you imagine a world where you have a backfield of Miles Sanders and Alvin Kamara? I mean, dude, you know how electric that backfield would be? It would be crazy. Now, could the Eagles get Alvin Kamara? That's the question. We're going to get into it in a second. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe for daily Eagles content. You know, NFL content. You don't want to miss it. If you've been subscribed for a while, you know the deal. Just double check. Double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. Just a reminder, we will be streaming the football game tonight on the Erect Penis Network. That's right, Amazon Prime. If you don't know what that symbol is that you see on the highway every time a truck goes by, you do now. It's an erect penis, okay? But we will be streaming that game. Now, before we get into these trade rumors and all these things going on with the Philadelphia Eagles, we got some good news. Looks like Lane Johnson is going to be ready to go this Sunday versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Good to see him back from concussion. It's very, very important. I think that bye week came at the perfect time, especially for that offensive line. And it's going to be fun seeing Robert Quinn as a Philadelphia Eagle. And there's a lot of people going, oh, he only has one sack. What a waste. You guys forget. We're getting him to come in and be part of the rotation. We're not asking him to come in and do everything like he had to do in Chicago where he was double teamed all the time. It's not going to happen. He's just coming in to be part of this team. I bet you his numbers skyrocket after coming to the Philadelphia Eagles. Give him a week or two and you'll see. Now, Robert Quinn was only the first shoe to drop. Let's be honest. Does anybody really think the Eagles are done right now? You got what, like a week before the trade deadline? Do you think the Eagles are really done? Because I don't think they're really done, okay? There's no way. And now today, we're getting reports, well actually, since last night, we're getting reports that the Eagles could be targeting Alvin Kamara, that they really want to pair Miles Sanders with another running back. Get this. Breaking. After making an attempt to trade for star running back Christian McCaffrey, the Pound Eagles, not hashtag, have had talks for 5-time Pro Bowl running back Alvin Kamara, per league source, and still actively remain involved in his market. Here's what I got to say. If you're the New Orleans Saints, why on earth would you ever take a Philadelphia Eagles phone? If Howie Roseman is calling, I'm not picking up if I'm New Orleans. The guy has ripped me off once. He has ripped me off twice. And he's about to do it a third time. You know what? That's on the New Orleans Saints. You want to get ripped off, Howie Roseman's your guy. But this is a very interesting report, okay? Because Alvin Kamara is an electric running back. He is a running back that defenses have to plan for. You know, he can do it through running. He can do it through the air. He's one of those guys like Miles Sanders that can take a handoff, a catch out of the backfield. He could take something at any point in time and take it all the way. He's that explosive. And, you know, he's not really having the greatest of year in terms of statistics. But, I mean, dude, the New Orleans Saints stink, right? He's had 77 attempts for 351 yards, averaging 4.6 yards a carry. 4.6 yards a carry it isn't bad at all. My feelings are if you got a guy over 4, you're doing pretty good. He's also got 24 catches for 191 yards, averaging 8 yards per catch. So Alvin Kamara, he produces. Now you come and he comes to Philly and you put him in front, you know, behind that offensive line that the Eagles have. His numbers are going to also skyrocket. How would you work him with Miles Sanders? That would be the question. He's 5'10", 215 pounds, so he's a little bit bigger than Miles. And he's 27 years old. Now, in New Orleans, if you read about him with the Saints, he's supposedly taking more of a leadership role and all these kind of things. And, look how he's trying to get back the Saints to their winning ways and all. Oh, crap. The Saints stink. They stink. And I'm in one way, I like the idea of this because the Eagles have the Saints' first-round pick. If we could take maybe the only weapon on offense that scares me away from them and then have them continue to play and lose, we benefit from that first-round pick. So obviously, the Saints can't say to us, we'll give you Kamara, but we want our first-round pick back. You can't have it. You can't have it. You can't even have our first-round pick. I'm not giving up a first-round pick for Alvin Kamara. I'm sorry, I'm not. I like Kamara a lot. I like the idea of explosive offense, right? I love the idea of two guys that would be very scary in the backfield. No question about it. However, if I had to go with my first choice, and this may be crazy, but if I had to go with my first choice, the best way for me to compliment Miles Sanders, in my opinion, is to get a bigger back. I know maybe I'm old-fashioned, maybe I'm stuck in the past. You can accuse me of that, and I accept it. But I feel like you still need a bigger back. You still need a guy who can get you, 3rd and 1, 3rd and goal at the half-yard line. So you don't have to quarterback sneak it every single time, putting your quarterback at risk. Okay, so a guy like Kareem Hunt, a guy like that. I mean, what are the New Orleans Saints going to want for Alvin Kamara? That's the other thing. What are they going to want? They're going to want something like a Christian McCaffrey type deal. They're going to want the kind of deal the 49ers gave up for Christian McCaffrey. They're not going to want anything less than that. That's a lot to give up. That's too much to give up as far as I'm concerned. I think I would rather go the route of, hey, I'll give another 4th round pick to the Cleveland Browns, and I'll try to get Kareem Hunt, and I'll go that route. I think that would be a better route than overpaying for Alvin Kamara. Not to mention, you look at his cap, man. He's got some big cap numbers coming over the next few years. Do you really want to pay him all that money when you can just keep that money and pay Miles Sanders if you're going to pay running back? I think that Alvin Kamara is a great idea, and it sounds beautiful. It sounds amazing. Kamara and Miles Sanders. If the Eagles were to do it, would I be upset? Absolutely not. It would be must-see TV. But if I have to be logical about the idea of going out and getting Kamara and spending the amount of money I would have to, and the amount of draft picks I would have to get him, I think Kareem Hunt may be the better bargain. If the Browns are looking for a 4th round pick, why not give him a 4th round pick? Give him a 5th round pick. But I think that's a much more doable type trade than Kamara. However, we'll see how it plays out, because the other thing and the big X factor in the whole thing is you're dealing with Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman works circles around Detroit. He'll call him up. He'll be calculating the calculations of the cornbread with his big pocket pencil protector and his Napoleon, and he'll be sitting there calculating the calculations, and the Saints will be like this, and they won't know what the hell hit them. They'll just say, we accept. And then they'll be like, what the hell did we just accept? Wait a second, we're giving up picks. It's that kind of thing. Like, Howie's the big X factor. So if he wants to shoot for the stars and go get Kamara, who am I to tell him no? But if we're going to be reasonable and we're probably trying to not overspend, I think Kareem Hunt would be the perfect guy. I definitely do. And there are other running backs that could become available too. So we have to keep an eye out for that. For example, David Montgomery of the Chicago Bears. There's a lot of rumors that he could be on the move. Now, I see him much like Jordan Howard. I think he would come in and he would do the things that Jordan Howard did for you. He has 77 carries, 308 yards. He has 2 touchdowns, and he's averaging 4 yards a carry. Almost very similar numbers, really, to Alvin Kamara. Not as explosive, but he is a bigger back, and he will give you what a big back is. 5'11", 224 pounds, 25 years old. So he could be another guy that the Eagles look towards and try to get. I think the Eagles want another running back, and I think that's where we got to really watch and see what they're going to do. And one thing that we also need to talk about, and I mentioned this a little bit yesterday, but the Philadelphia Eagles may have a trade, may have the ability to trade a player, and that is one Andre Dillard. Jordan Schultz, shout out to my man, he says this. Sources tell at the score 2 quality offensive linemen who are receiving interest and available for the right price. Pound Broncos left guard Dalton Reisner and Pound Eagles left tackle Andre Dillard, currently behind Jordan Mailata. Both players are in the final year of their rookie contracts and both are proven starters. If the Eagles could use Dillard and package him in a trade so you don't have to give up a pick, maybe that's how you go about doing it. Would they do that with the New Orleans Saints or the Cleveland Browns? I don't know. But I do know that we have to watch Dillard because I think for the right price he would be on the move. I don't really want to give him up for anything less than a second-round pick, but it may not work out that way being that he's gone after this year. Not to mention the Eagles might have felt that, Driscoll filled in adequately enough when Jordan Mailata was out, and that could also help to move Andre Dillard. It's something that we're just going to have to see. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think the Eagles are going to do next? Because I can tell you this, I do not think they're done yet at all. Also, I will be streaming on the Erect Penis Network tonight, so look for that. I might be a little late because I don't get home right at kickoff. I'm always like 10, 15 minutes later than the start of the game, but I come back and come here as soon as I possibly can. So look for that. We'll be hanging out tonight. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's how we vision. We're just living in it. Yeah, so we got a game tonight in which we got a quarterback who's like 98 years old. I don't know if he has anything left. And we got another quarterback who wants a big contract, was just hot throwing the ball early in the year, kind of cooled down a little bit. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. I think I'm going to bet a parlay tonight. I think this is what I'm going to do. It looks like Tampa Bay's 2-point favorites, and the over is 46.5. I think because it's a Thursday game at home for Tampa, I'm going to take Tampa, and I'm going to take the over. And I'm going to probably put $100 on that for the parlay. So that's what I'm looking at betting. Just got to put it in right now. That's what I'm going to do. So tonight for me, it's Tampa and the over. Denzel Washington out.